Okay, so let's have some fun. I saw this and had it in the background. I was busy theory crafting Mark 11 doctrine ships and the iterations on that and running around, doing the usual Eve thing. Oh crap, I forgot this, gotta buy that. Who's got this? Oh crap, I fitted the wrong ammo. It looked the same, but damn, gotta do that. Oh, what? You know, just doing the usual during a war, rethinking things to make things hammer it out, make it better from experience and theory crafting and what works, what doesn't. And oh, cool, found something else neat about the game I didn't know before. Yada. And now I've finished that, and I want to tackle this. And I thought the most fun way of doing it is let's imagine if CCP weren't a bunch of freaking EP retards, and imagine what this means. Building the future of Eve. Well, uh, building the future of Eve means, well, we're on the cusp of beginning the third decade. We're ending 2 decades of Eve. Let's let's turn this around. Let's look at this history of patch myopic patch focus on the next patch because the next patch is great, and ignoring the bugs that just cropped up, the major ones, um, and just moving on, moving on. This is great. This is great. They'll get used to it. They'll get used to it. Blah 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 blah. And what if they went? We've got to deal with the bugs right now. Um, Sorry about this introduction to DX12. It screwed up a lot of things, flickering, so you're not having the bleeding edge computers we are playing on. So what's your problem? Let's fix these issues. Let's fix the long-standing issues of the double inventory when you jump between NPC and Upwell. Let's deal with let's deal with a whole bunch of stuff that have cropped up, like the you yeah, it's just so much stuff that we need to do. We'll focus on that. We understand, we've heard it. We're not going to say it's a feature or it's a bug. Um, let's let's build on this. Let's actually not look at problems, the game as in problems, but let's build and evolve for real, not just this marketing crap that we're trying to shove down your throats. After we just got done shoving quadrants down your throats, which was just pure marketing bullshit on our part. We apologize, blah, blah, blah. So, what are they going to do? Well, it's time to introduce new ships. And back in the first decade, we had two patches, Red Moon Rising and Trinity, where we added dozens of ships at once, just reams of ships. We'd like to introduce a raft of industrial ships because the last time we did a major industrial thing was 6 years ago, 8 years ago. The 6 years ago was the porpoise. 8 years ago was the bowhead. What have we done for the industrialists? Nothing. We've yanked the rug under them. We've got to give them some treats. So we're going to give you two industrial ships per faction, 8 new ships built on kind of like the mid between a bowhead and um, uh, the smaller like the DST, between a bowhead and a DST, kind of like the Orca, based on a new hull, maybe even the Orca hull, but it has it have it reversed. Have the uh, fleet hangar huge, the maintenance space smaller. So we've got a massive fleet hangar. Say you can push it to 400,000 or 500,000 fleet hangar size. That's pretty cool, huh? We could also introduce a low nullsec capital that does the same thing. Um, that kind of thing. Um, and for the combat people, we'll introduce strategic um, uh, destroyers or battleships, or maybe even command battleships. You know, we've had command cruisers, command destroyers, command battleships, stuff like that, right? It will introduce. There's a couple of missing links in some of the pirate faction ship types. What if we introduce pirate haulers or pirate miners? We've got the skins. Why don't we add, you know, that kind of stuff, like thieving mining ships, right? We're sorry about the expedition frigates not having interdiction nullifiers, and we're sorry that about the whole work core stab. We've got to look, guys, we've got to rethink our strategy on work core. Do we get rid of the active and go back to passive, or do we allow the active tech 2 to give you +3 so you can defeat faction scrams on, I mean, come on. Just because we want to defeat botters, but defeat botters yourselves, CCP, not expect one person to be able to point anything in the game now with a faction scram. It's just like, how lazy is that to go, it will help the players get the tools to, it's no, you're just pandering to the nullsec box. Stop doing it. Disband the CSM. Has never been good. Institute. Why are you sending people to, like, it just reeks of corruption, basically. It's a democratic system. Every year, have people vote on their favorite stuff, and you'll see the null blocks vote pattern, and then you'll go, well, majority of HighSec want this, the null blocks want that. We can build on that. You can look at that going, okay, HighSec concentrate, they want this, nullsec wants that. Nullsec could obviously game it to the max, but at least it would be transparent. It's like, this is what we're planning, in broad strokes, and the same speculation in the market happens regardless, right? So it's like, this is what we're planning on, some of them might not happen, some of them will. What are your thoughts on that? What area of Eve, kind of stuff like that. Building on the future of Eve, that's building on the future of Eve. New ships, getting rid of this disgusting CSM straitjacket we've had since Goon were in existence. It just caters to them. They brag about being the most organized. The game has catered to you for so long, and you're pretty much the lowest common denominator. Obviously you're organized because it just flows right along how you're gaming the system. That's not organization. That's just the laziest way to play. Do other people want to go down to your level and get beaten by your experience? No. And the HighSec pirates, it's like, why are they allowed to beat up new players coming in the game when they're getting nerfed by CCP, they're getting ganked by the HighSec people? It's like, can you not think up some way to encourage social groupings of a sort that's not got these huge loopholes in them? Close up fix your ancient, just horrible corporate infrastructure to be more Care Bear friendly, and how about the fleet broadcasts? How about the ability to remove your own broadcast, to blank it out, to nullify it, to press a button and go, I'm okay, and it will remove, I need armor, I need capacitor, I need anything, right? And it would be blank instead of, what I'm doing now with my team, where we're picking in location or in position to indicate we're good. We don't need it anymore. But to blank it out would be even better. And you know, how hard is that? And putting in more hotkeys to help out. That's not exploity or oh, we don't want that. It's like, could you help us out here? You know, it would be freaking nice to have a little bit more hotkeys in the game that help. Um, all this stuff. Let's build on the future of E. Let's give you new ships. Look at hotkeys. Look at the way corporations are formed to help people form, and not be picked apart by this divide and conquer high sec pirate bullshit. That CCP has encouraged, has been turned into TAI by the nullsec blocks, and it's just like, this is a game built and run for and by 4chan. So what are we kidding ourselves? And we're sorry about the NFT thing. We, like Meta, like Zuckerberg, were fooled into thinking that this is a trendy thing, and that we're not, and we're never going to do it. We don't want to insult our customers. You are our customers, not our guinea pigs, our followers, as Hilmar said in that quote, air quote, apology he gave right after the Summer of Rage, saying, "Oh, it's meh." It's no. He frittered away his investments into these stupid, multi-layered freaking divisions of his, and he forced everybody to work on Eve because he wanted these record-breaking PC Gamer's articles about his game, and he blamed us for kicking his giving all his people the pink slip when it didn't work out. You know, Summer of Rage, my ass. We just recoiled in horror. You know, not only at that, at the microtransactions that we could have got used to, but recoiled more in horror. Like I didn't care about that. It was like, so I wasn't even playing at the time, but it was like the way the stuff that was leaked, and the way they treated us, and the way their internal memo, like Hilmar's internal memo, ridiculing the player base. That was just that was what pissed me off. You know, that you guys were blaming us for giving everybody the pig slip because you were just making the stupidest economic decisions. He's not a economics guy. He's a CTO. That's Chief Technology Officer, and he became CEO. You know, so he's basically the last man standing, and got in there, and he's like Foghorn Leghorn, strutting around doing the trendy thing, and it's just could you just focus on your customer base, his customer base, and not just, oh, my followers, my fan base. It's like, yeah, he wants the love that the nullsec blocks give him naturally, or why wouldn't they? It's just AI, you know. He's just putty in their hands. So it's like, sorry about this. This whole 2 decades has been a learning experience. Let's evolve as a community. We're evolving. We can learn to be better. Learn to give you guys the tools to point us in the direction of what's working, what's not. We'd like to introduce new ships. We'd like to introduce storylines that welcome fan fiction stuff, and if we like your fan fiction, we'll adopt it into the game, kind of thing, which they have never done. They just rabidly hated anything fan fiction. So yeah, it's just ugh. So that is why I imagine building the future of Eve to be. Let's look forward. Let's look at fixing the career agents, not just sexing them up. You know, let's just re-look at the career agents and go, this is not teaching people how to be. This is giving them a unique instance that is completely divorced from reality of Eve, and rethinking it completely, and going, let's make only 4 career agents. Let's get rid of the excess. Let's focus on making something that makes sense for what to do in Eve. Let's make it make sense. We've got the classes now we want. Let's not try to shoehorn it into a just ridiculously broken, unrealistic career agent that doesn't teach you how to play the game. It just teaches you how to go through their little hoops. And the Explorer one is even worse. It's like, yeah, it's like, but they don't know how. we've got to figure out how to do it. But all you need to do is listen to people who volunteered for years and years and years in Rookie Help, answering the same old questions, like how can we improve the experience? Like ask explorers, how would you improve the career agent? Get ideas about mission types, how the mechanics would work. Just ask the community how we would do it. We don't know how. And instead of this bullshit lying about everything's going to be great because we've got this new idea, and it's like it's just as bad as the last one, just dressed up prettier. I don't know. Like, I played Jumpgate, and that's a 20-year-old game. I love it. The graphics are great. I'm happy with what I've got. It works, and plus the devs aren't around anymore to screw it up. So it's like, this is awesome. So, yeah, I mean, prettier? What do you mean prettier? Great. We've got new backdrops. You've got rid of the walls sections. That's good. Let's build on that. You got rid of those stupid overview filling wall sections that were just eyesores functionally. It's like, oh my god. And those little like icons in the HUD when you had it, it's just and the overview, like, what the hell? And the compact mode, sorry about the compact mode. All it did was remove the header to the window. We're sorry we misrepresented what compact mode meant, especially at the Fan Fest. All this stuff. And it's like, guys, we're sorry. We've mended our ways. We're going to build the future of Eve. We're going to fix the career agents. We're going to give you new ships right away. We're going to, those are the two things, basically. Fix the career agent track, give you new ships, fix a couple of broadcast stuff. Just really, like, the patch after the Summer Rage, they got it. They actually got it. I think what happened was leadership backed away from the dev team and said, could you fix some stuff? And they just dove in and fixed some stuff. And I think leadership just didn't micromanage that time. And it was awesome. And of course, the one after that was just, you could tell they had their talons right back into micromanaging, and it was just horrible. So yeah. But that's what I'm expecting. But this evolved crap, when they were talking about, no, we're not going to look at problems anymore. We're gonna focus on evolving this game. And then they came out with that evolved thing, and it was just this marketing logo for their new crap that they had. It's like, we got this new thing, and we're going to call it evolved, and you're like, that's not how this works. It's not how any of this works. So let's delve into what they actually said. And this is the first time I'm doing it too. This is the fun bit. It's been a week since he unveiled Eve Evolved. If you hadn't read it, it was like visceral supremacy. That means diddly squat. That could mean anything. What's that euphemism for? With features designed to enhance. So DX12 was evolved. Yeah, it didn't do great. Today you expect breathtaking visuals that we had to immediately turn off because everything was flickering and stuff wasn't working. And oh, by the way, is a blank battle report, war report, an evolution? Is that the new feature? Fog of War? Tip of the iceberg when it comes to foundational updates that are always taking place. Lol. Commits to underlying tech. Yes, a quasar. What currently in this patch you just released with DX12 has anything to do with quasar? Could you talk about it? Oh, of course not. Photon UI. I only have Photon UI on the Singularity, and it sucks so bad. Hindered by DirectX 9. I don't like what you have currently, and I think you're just selling us as a customer base to Microsoft as bug reporters. That's it. You're like, hey, we've got a customer base. We're going to use them to sell the idea to Microsoft as their guinea pigs. Yeah, that was the evolved. We're evolved into guinea pigs for Microsoft. Great. Okay, so and we wanted to commit to continually invest in the foundations. This sounds like a repeat of the last article. So they're just repeating themselves, and we wanted to share with. And it's just a wait. It's a dev blog about it. Oh, it's a right. That was a news alert, and now they're just going to explain. Yeah, they're just going to repeat themselves, aren't they? Lol. For its third decade, with their new focus on fantasy built on our mission to bring cutting-edge visual and technical capabilities to the Eve universe. Oh, right. That's the other thing I wanted to mention. That about, when I was fantasizing, I was like, yeah, we're going to deal with, long ago, we said the two paths of dealing with the lag in a fleet battle is tie-dye. That's our solution. And the other leg was a long slog for something about hardware or something, blah, 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 blah. And they bullshitted about that for, 10 years now? And that's what we want, right? Like, have you gotten anywhere with that after this many years? What's your progress on that? So that's when I hear technical capabilities, I think a solution to the other solution to tie-dye, the other solution that's going hand in hand with tie-dye to fix stuff. That we're not, continuously 10% tie-dye, what fun, how fun is that? I mean, would you, if you partaked in that and you had a frickin' life, would you ever want to do that again? You just quit Eve. Through this, we can achieve our goal as visceral supremacy. It's just, let's look at the stores so we can, avoid doing anything. Remain committed to making Eve the most beautiful, immersive sci-fi game ever made. It's not the most immersive. It's not the most beautiful. It's certainly a sci-fi spaceship game, but not a there's lots of sci-fi games out there that, are they bragging that they look better than freaking Cyberpunk 2077? Seriously. Or 2070 or whatever that. I've not played it. I know there's tons of bugs in it and but have you seen the, yeah, I mean, that's it. When you look at some of the stuff on the surface, it looks very immersive, In this dev blog, we will walking through very quickly some of the foundational improvements from the June release. Really? You'll be getting deeper insight into what's changed, what's coming, and how these updates will enhance your Eve experience in the future. Well, they didn't. I hope they enhance it in the future because it certainly isn't enhancing it now. DirectX and a level of detail. What? Oh, right, they're LAUD. They finally discovered LAUD, right? As part of our continuous investments into Eve's future, lol, we have been hard at work bringing DirectX 12 to Eve in the June release. DirectX 12 would serve as the new foundation for rendering the game on Windows. What does... But didn't they just showcase their Apple version? So what's the comparison between DirectX 12 and what Macs currently do? I wonder what Macs are probably like, lol, we don't have a problem as you're having right now, Windows people. Allowing better utilization of graphics cards, reducing power consumption, and getting better game performance on supported hardware. Yeah, it was fun. We downloaded 12 gigabytes, you morons. While performance is important, releasing DirectX 12, capable version of the client It's not capable. It allows more modern graphical features to be utilized. I didn't notice anything except problems. It lays a better foundation for Eve. No, it doesn't. You're just catering to Microsoft with guinea pigs of us, so they could bring even more amazing visuals to all pilots and Eve, such as the hangar visual updates that are coming this fall. Really? And you couldn't have done it with DirectX 11. Explain why you couldn't have done it with DirectX 11, huh? Right? DirectX 12 opens the door to even more graphical updates in the future, such as DirectX RayTracing. That was announced in 2018. This stuff that you think is going to entertain us, yeah. All I see is. So you think this is more immersive? Yeah, whatever, guys. So couldn't. So ray tracing can't be done on DirectX 11. So what the hell's ray tracing? Like, seriously, could somebody explain it other than that stupid geek stuff? Thank you, Wikipedia. Thank God for that. Ray tracing. The rated okay. Which is designed for the high computing load used for ray tracing? No, thank you. I don't have a bleeding edge computer. So basically what it is like, plebs, get the best computer you can get. Like, screw off. Which will allow us to implement the next level of visual fidelity and improve an even richer, more immersive experience for all players. So basically, a 2018 technology you're finally getting onto, but you're gonna like cram this down our throats and demand that we upgrade our computers. Wow. Alongside DirectX 12, we have overhauled how the game calculates the level LOD. yeah, we just finally figured out LOD. This will allow our artists to upgrade assets to many levels they desire. So basically, it's just going to be like, we're going to cram as much detail as freaking possible into this bloody game till your computer's bleeding. Great, awesome. So you're just going to spend time making more. Jesus, they're putting more polygons into freaking ships. Awesome. So it allows you to just tweak out the polygons on a ship. Oh, that's great. How about new ships? So it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna spend all our time like in the graphics department, like adding complexity to the polygons of the current ships, and oh, new ships. Well, yeah, be happy with what you've got. Career agent site overhaul, but not career agent overhaul. But they just did that. What? Back up. Devblog, building the future of Eve. No, you're not. You're just talking about what you just did. Like, it's the most amazing thing ever. And it's like, it didn't do dick. This is not building the future. This is like, hey, we just did something to make things pretty. And it's like, how the hell are you gonna use, like, seriously? And this crap, high res nebulas. I didn't care about the high res. I cared about the whiteout when we got undocked and we were staring up into this white screen and we couldn't see any detail in the HUD, and we had to like move our camera so we could actually see stuff. Yeah, yeah. That's the other thing too. It's like, yeah, we're sorry about the freaking whiteout on the starscapes, morons. Like, how tone deaf, how not reading the room can you be, you know? Cloud cover, it's like, I've not seen it yet. Yay, space weather in a system near you. Claustrophobic elemental vapor. Is it gonna chunk my computer? Oh god, I hope low resolution doesn't allow it. I hope we can opt out of it. But yeah, I've already opted out of it. It's DirectX 11. Like, screw you guys. Jesus, that was painful. Like, could you not have released that more horribly? And how long are the war reports going to be? Did they even know the war reports are bugged? They probably did, but it's like, you know, did they even understand what the hell we're talking about, right? In days of yore, yeah, when running a server was expensive, but now it's cheap, and you're like, we're gonna raise the prices on monthly subscriptions and stuff because we have to pay our developers. They're and you're like, uh-huh. Needed to be very mindful of memory uses and hardware. Really? So you had to, in the past, you had to be careful about our memory use and hardware limitations, but what happened now? We're able to like jam more polygons because you say it's cool? What changed? Your delusion? A common technique was to save space by using fewer color channels from the textures and packing them together in a single multi. Well, hopefully that was efficient. This would save space and reduce the data being sent to the GPU. However, doing this has an effect on the quality of the visuals of blocky artifacts and normal maps that are highly visible and specular highlights. What? It's a freaking. Until we have supercomputers in our homes packed into a thumbnail drive, then yeah, it's the reality of most of your customers not having the bleeding edge that you do. These errors are acceptable at the time because they benefit the memory and processing power, but the techniques becomes less frequently used as hardware has become more capable. What? We've reached a plateau of processing power. You know, remember the past where they were like, oh yeah, every 10 years it's going to double in CPU power, or every year it's going to double and double and double and double. And now we've got multi-cores, but have you figured out how to take advantage of the multi-cores in computers? TCP? No, of course not. In Eve, texture packing has been removed altogether to ensure these artifacts no longer appear. What? You mean that's all the reason it's 12 gigabytes? Because you removed packing on my computer? Well, unpacked textures also give more fine. What? So you bloated my computer just because. Okay then. Yeah, everybody's got like 20 terabyte SSDs like us. Yeah. Holy crap. How arrogant are they? Wow. Yeah, compact. That was great. Yeah, remove the header. No, that's compact. You know what it is? This is like when it was the overview, chat, descan, and more. With the compact domain, you will see an improved experience with the UI that is more consistent and easier to grasp. Sometimes great things do come to. No, it doesn't. Look, it just got rid of the freaking header. Wow. And what is this? Contacts. Didn't they split that? Didn't they say they were going to split contacts? Oh, that was only in. Wait, that was only in Photon. Why are we still seeing contacts and locations in the same one when they said they were going to. Oh my god, you bunch of morons. Okay, we're continually iterating. Uh huh. And improving. No, you're not. You're going to do it. You're going to fiddle around with it and then release it and then never touch it again because our devs have moved on to something else cooler. And we'll be sharing more details on that in a dev blog later this summer. Wow, later this summer. I can hardly wait. I'm looking forward to it with bated breath. Wow. Propulsion sound rebalance. Did you notice you can't hear it anymore on anything? Wasn't that? We've taken player feedback on board and further improved the what? Of, by allowing to hear the propulsion modules of those around you. You couldn't before? I never noticed. Okay. That's nice, but now I can't hear anything anymore. So only if you fly a Titan will be able to hear it. Okay. Wow. Immersive audio experience. Yeah, remember the survey recently? It was like, do you turn off your sound or do you turn on your sound? Resounding no. We keep the sound off. Audio performance improvements. Speaking of audio enhancement, we're currently working on how the client handles audio in heavy scenes. How about her handles the music in multiple clients and that glitches, and that's been an issue since 2003. The new audio prioritization system will ensure that scenes with a high number of audio objects, such as fleet fights, will have improved performance while also ensuring a clear and concise audio experience. Yeah, lol. Sounds at closer distances will be prioritized, and the number of audio events will be scaled based on machine performance to ensure smoother audio experience for all players. We'll be more by early fall. Oh, we'll totally stay tuned for that one. Toggle off. Distributed tracing. In order to keep Eve healthy, we know it's important to address any defects or bugs quickly as possible. Distributed tracing? In service of this, we have been continuing the work to improve our tooling and yeah, you're a tool bag, all right, and have added improved debugging tools with Honeycomb, helping us, you, find and squash bugs faster than ever before. Oh, that's awesome! You mean you're gonna actually have a working Q&A department? Don't say it's not so. With this improvement, we are now able to see the root causes of any issue more quickly. Really, the tool knows more about the game than you do? Yeah, I think it's garbage in, garbage out for you people. Yeah. Oh, good luck with that. In addition, we can utilize distributed tracing to more easily identify opportunities for making Eve faster by finding performance bottlenecks. You mean like tie-dye? Future infrastructure improvements. Oh god, this is too much fun. I wish I had some alcohol right now. And this, it slurs the words. Makes you feel more funny than you are. Yeah. Oh my god. In the spirit of Eve, making Eve faster. Uh-oh. Are they going to talk about tie-dye finally? No. No, they're not. No, God, can you believe it? No, they're not. Oh, I hope they do, so I feel like a fool, but yeah, we also have to work on replacing some of the critical infrastructure outlets in the future. We'll see Eve features become more responsive. But more on this later day. Oh, they just teased everybody with just total bullshit that's not going to be tie-dye at all. It's not going to be a solution to tie-dye at all. It's going to be nothing. That about sums thing up for now, but stay tuned for vlogs and streams and topics. Oh, yeah, totally. I want to listen to Burger and Paragon lie to us again. It's on topics such as UI to audio. Topics such as UI to audio. But didn't shouldn't that be from audio to UI because that's A and that goes to U? Okay, but whatever. As well as game updates in the weeks and months to come. As Eve continues to evolve in the next decade and beyond. Yay! Fly safe! Oh my god! So that covered nothing about new ships, nothing about fixing the broadcast system, nothing about fixing tie-dye, nothing about just the career agents, fixing the career agent stuff under the hood. Just and it was just rehashing it was just like giving some intern to make, flesh out this news report we got and make it sound like a blog, like we know what we're talking about, and like, and hide the fact that were just finally talking about LOD, like in a meaningful way, but actually being arrogant and saying, your computers are good enough now that we can actually start like bloating out the polygons. Wow. Just wow. So nothing that I talked about was covered. Absolutely nothing. No new ships, no new talk about new ships that nothing. None of that stuff. None of the talking points I imagined that an intelligent, evolved CCP would think about that was important to the player base. But of course, they'll come back with, well, that's not important to the player base because we've got tools to metrics and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. How many views do you get? I don't care how many views I get. My opinion is pretty much confirmed. Bunch of freaking retards. Holy crap. It's like, we're going to report you for saying retard. It's like, I'll 18 plus it, so screw it. Yeah. We were offended. We want our safe space. Yeah, they don't care. I don't get enough views. That's what they mean by powerful and impactful feedback. You got to be sucking their EP to get anywhere with them. And you can only get anywhere by just saying, oh, can you nerf that? It's an OP ship. Oh, that's easy to do. Tweak a few numbers. Wow. Or how about, like, we're going to introduce a way to get primary color skins in the game? Easily for low and high res. Just a simple color thing. So if you need to color code your different clients when you multi-box, stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, in a way, I like playing Jumpgate because the devs are no longer there. The game is the way it is, and you can enjoy it knowing that a year from now, it's going to be still the same and not yanked left and right by these idiots who are just forgetting about, like, they're so arrogant. It's just amazing. And I think that's TAI was a Nazi slut. I mean, he was both 4chan and Microsoft fault for just the way it happened. So yeah, I might blame the nullsec blocks, but they were the lowest common denominator, and CCP catered to that because they were also just as bad as the 4chan loving idiots. I'm sure Hilmar goes on 4chan all the time. It's like, if it walks like a duck and it talks like a duck, it is a effing duck. Anyway, on that happy note, that was awesome. I had so much fun doing that. You guys did too. It's like, imagine what you would want CCP to say about building the future of Eve. And then just read the blog and you're like, there's just what? I like doing that. I won't do it for everyone, but it was just like, I just got done about a 6 hour, what time is it? It happened at downtime. It's now, yeah, I got done a 6 hour slog of refitting ships after I rethought new versions, like going to a next building on the future of my game, like the game I play, not their game. It's not even related to how CCP thinks anybody plays the game, you know. But it's like I just crafted after 6 hours, and I was like, I'm gonna relax and just tear this thing apart because you know it's gonna be terrible. But the fact it was just so black and white that, you know, I mean, all these critical important things that need to be dealt with weren't even hinted at. They just, well, they did. They talked about all this talk, and they get to the bounties. Eve, make Eve faster. You know how much people would just assume that they're gonna be talking about tie-dye, and they just like, you know, it's just like, oh, here's some baubles, peasants. You know, it's like you're not even gonna ever deal with tie-dye. You lied about having another solution to tie-dye. Totally lied. Totally lied. And if you held them down, waterboarded them, I'm sure they'd tell you anything you wanted to hear, and then just, you know, it's just, yeah. uh, just, what can you do, right? It's just like, I can hardly wait till I see their ships they're claiming on introducing at the end of at the like they said event that's at the fourth quarter of 2022. It's like, it's like, I'll bet it's something stupid that's like that's PvP oriented, you know? It's just another thing that everybody's gonna lose their shit on because it's totally OP and broken. No. Oh, Jesus. Anyways, bye bye.